What's good, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. I hate him. I hate him so much. I hate him so much. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Lotus Osakor, the one who never knows best. And today I'm actually a lot more excited than I thought I would be about this, because you know, if you anywhere on the Dragon Ball space on the internet, in particular on Twitter, you've heard rumblings that there might be a brand new Dragon Ball Super, not Super, but a brand new Dragon Ball series on the horizon, whether that was Super 2 or something else that we heard about that was leaked or rumored or whatever. However, today at New York Comic-Con, we finally just got the reveal officially for a brand new series called Dragon Ball Daima, and I'm here today joined by Rhymestyle and SeeReax to talk a little bit about it, because I'm kind of excited. So I hit the homies like, hey, who's around real quick? I want to record a video. Y'all down to come discuss it with me? So say what's up to the people for me, boys.
What's up to the people?
Can I just say, I guarantee you when they got that name and they saw that magic leak, they were like, we gotta change the name.
They confirmed that.
I'm willing to believe that, because the logo they showed looks like so unfinished or like so rushed. It don't look like, you know what I'm saying? It's look like they slapped that together like real quick.
Like Dion, you know when you be roasting me, you look around a room to see what like shape to compare it to. I guarantee that's what Toriyama did. They were like, "Hey, you got to change his name." And Toriyama looked around and goes, "Oh, this like that means like large or something." He probably saw large object was like, "Yeah."
I dead just googled it.
Like permanent.
That's what I'm saying. I dead just googled it, and it's like large, big quantity, like greatly valuable. I'm like, okay, none of this really,
bro,
don't really add up.
He probably ordered like a large quantity of like candy or something. Was like, yeah.
That nigga had a half. He had a half-eaten large pizza to his left. He was like, large, bigly, Dragon Ball bigly. But yes, if you guys haven't seen it, obviously I can't show. I wouldn't dare show any of the footage or anything on screen.
Show a couple screenshots. Show one screenshot.
I don't, bro. The Toei cops don't play around. I feel like that's not risky.
Just flash it for 0.1 second.
All right, bet regardless. But if you haven't seen the trailer, it'll be linked in the description down below where you guys can go and watch it officially. But yes, Dragon Ball Daima has been officially revealed for fall 2024, and from what we can gather in the trailer, I mean, obviously there's a lot of questions that we have, but for one, I think it looks beautiful. Like visually, like the animation, the art style, everything looks great. It's kind of like a mixture from what I saw of the superhero movie, where I saw a little bit of CG here and there, and then also the Dragon Ball Super Broly movie. It's a mix of both, and it looks really, really good to me. And I guess the biggest talking point in this trailer is the fact that it seems like one of the biggest plot points is going to be everyone's being turned to kids. And it's not just Goku. It's not even just Goku and Vegeta. It's like everyone has been, their age has been reduced. Like, so like Goten and Trunks, since they're already kids, like they're now babies again. Goku and Vegeta and the gang, everybody's like a child. Even Roshi is young again, which is funny because in the original Dragon Ball, we've seen what Roshi looked like when he was young and he had hair, and little kid Roshi in that trailer doesn't have hair. So it's like, are they really younger or are they just smaller? But then like they gotta be younger because like Goten and Trunks aren't just smaller, like they're actual babies.
You know, they forgot that Roshi's supposed to have hair.
You know what I'm saying? This is Dragon Ball, so we not go that too much into that. Well, all right, what are you guys like initial impressions on it? Dion, actually, I want you to go first.
So going into it, I was skeptical. If you guys didn't know, there were leaks prior, except they were thinking it was going to be called Dragon Ball Magic, and that very well may have been the name, and then they changed the last second like we were just joking about. But the leaks did already kind of spoil the idea that Goku would be turned into a kid, and the leak also kind of features Supreme Kai a lot more heavily. I didn't see him at all in the trailer personally, but nevertheless, so going into it, I was a little skeptical because I wasn't a huge fan of GT because of the fact that Goku was a kid for the entire series. But I don't hate the idea. I think that's a misconception because some people are like, oh, you're gonna give Dragon Ball Daima a chance, but they're all kids. I thought you hated them being kids. I don't hate the idea of them being kids. I don't like the idea of Goku being a kid for an entire, like, the entire series of GT. That's what I didn't like.
I think that's what this is gonna be.
Initial arc. Yeah, but I don't think it's going to be a huge arc like that. I mean, I could be wrong, but like we saw some glimpses in the trailer of Goku and Vegeta as adults fighting. Obviously, that happens probably before they turn into kids. Let me start by saying the production quality looks amazing. Like if they can retain that for the entire series, like the very least you could do is give it a chance. And this is coming from somebody who doesn't or didn't love the idea of them being reverted into kids. But that was when I thought it was just Goku again, or just Goku and Supreme Kai. But if this is the whole cast, I think there could be some funny shenanigans with Kid Goku and Kid Vegeta. And I don't know, I'm not taking it super seriously. Obviously, would I prefer Dragon Ball Super, Moro, and all that stuff to get animated? Yes, I would prefer that. However, that doesn't mean I automatically need to hate Dragon Ball Daima. because you know, I didn't get exactly what I wanted. I gotta at least give it a chance and see how it plays out.
For sure. You know, something that's worth noting is that obviously we both acknowledge how beautiful it looks, and like something I didn't really like say out loud or really consider is the fact that, I mean, to my eye, this trailer looks movie quality. Like, this looks like a trailer for a movie, but it specifically says series. So this isn't just a movie. Like, this is a brand new series, and obviously we have no idea how long it's going to be, but it looks beautifully drawn and animated.
Amazing what you can do when you're not working on a week-to-week basis.
Man,
it doesn't come out until fall of next year. So I mean, they've been prepping this for a while.
Right, and I mean, Superman's been over for what, like 5 years now. So who knows how long this has actually been in production.
It'll give me 3 wrinkles saying that.
Man, because it don't feel like it was that long ago. We was all on Discord watching this together, but yeah. But what about you, Ryan? What are your initial thoughts and impressions?
Last time we saw Danny.
Yeah,
true.
Yeah.
So look, the only thing I hated about GT was I didn't mind the whole Goku becoming a kid thing. I just thought that the dumbest shit in the world was when this motherfucker would go Super Saiyan 4 and then go back to being a kid.
Yeah, like that's so stupid.
Like, you know when you watch any show, you try to like explain in your head like, oh, this works because of that works because of this. We never explained how Goku had telepathy that one time for an episode, but like trying to make sense of things in Dragon Ball was annoying as a kid. So I hated that about GT.
It's annoying as an adult too. I'm not gonna you.
Everybody becoming a kid, I think, is fine as long as we don't get that dumb shit. If they go Super Saiyan Blue and then they're adult now because like that's how it works, I think that's gonna be stupid. But it looks fun. And at the end of the day, all I care about is something enjoyable to watch. Is it fun? Am I going to have a good time? Am I gonna laugh? Like if that's the case, I'm with it. Like I'm not. I hate being that person that's like, oh, this shit's ass, it's just trash. Like the guy that was actually
that leaked
like,
it initially, yeah.
Bro, he was just crying the whole time. Like, bro, you realize
like,
you're at
oh my
God,
this looks so whack. I was like, bro, shut up.
You're at a Dragon Ball panel where you knew that was going to get announced. Like, what?
Yeah,
like leave.
it looks great to me, and I have a difference of opinion here. I feel like between the three of us, because even though I am more than willing to acknowledge Dragon Ball GT as not being very good, I still hang on to my childhood nostalgia of loving it. And I've gone back and watched it later as I've been older. I haven't watched it in the last few years, but I've seen it when I'm older, and I still really like it a lot. I think obviously
Dragon Ball arc is just so bad.
It's but like I think the designs are really cool. The music, as corny as it is, as a kid, it got me hyped. Super Saiyan 4 is my favorite transformation. I love Dragon Ball, like the original series, growing up with Kid Goku, more than any other part of the Dragon Ball franchise. So for me, the nostalgia bit of turning
that, but I hate when people put that together. I don't know. GT, Kid Goku, Dragon Ball is completely different.
They're not the same for sure. But Goku, even as an adult, still has like a lot of childlike qualities, particularly in Super now more than it was in Z. But like, I don't know, for me, like seeing him revert back to a kid, like the nostalgia bait, it worked on me, right? And the same thing goes here. Like they even gave him the power pole and everything in the trial. I'm like, hey, you know what I'm saying? That got me hyped. But I see him take out the power pole, start twirling around. I'm like, yo, that's gas. So
I wonder where that comes from. Like, because he hasn't had the power pole in so long. Is he gonna turn into a kid and then automatically that shit just spawns on his back, or does he like? Damn, I need to get this.
That's another one of those things in Dragon Ball that was like never really explained. Because remember, in OG Dragon Ball, the way he originally gets from Korn's tower to Kami's lookout is he plants the fucking power pole in the top of Korn's lookout, and then he rides it all the way up to the lookout.
It was like the fucking key,
right? But then he leaves it there, and it's just and throughout Dragon Ball, like it's there for a while, and he never goes back and gets it. And then it just randomly shows up again without any explanation or like ever showing. You know what I'm saying? It's just like
he got it off screen.
Literally.
Will this be like a full reset for the universe? This is gonna be a funny example, but like one thing that people want to see with like Yu-Gi-Oh, for example, is just reset the game, because the power scaling right now is so crazy, or power creep is so crazy in that game that people just want the game reset. So they introduce Yu-Gi-Oh Rush Duels. What if this is their way of resetting all the characters in Dragon Ball because they're powerful?
Well, like, I was actually gonna say that. I was gonna say, well, I hope that, I don't know, I hope that that's not the method they go about it. But what if for the time that they are kids, like they can't go Super Saiyan? I know it wouldn't make sense since Goten and Trunks could, but like what if it like heavily nerfs them? I'm not saying this would be good or bad, but I don't know. I'm curious because
because they kind of did that in GT, right? Because it's like, remember in GT, Goku could still go Super Saiyan 3. More. Yeah, but his little like kid body couldn't handle it and like retain the power as well, whatever. It's like it could be the same thing. Where it's like, oh, we can still go Super Saiyan Blue or Super Saiyan God or whatever, but it's significantly weaker than our adult versions. You know what I'm saying? And I wouldn't be mad at that. Like it's like, again, at the end of this, it's Dragon Ball. I'm not looking for this to be the most, you know what I'm saying, intricate plot. Yeah.
Until I see how they do it, I don't want to be a hater, you know? And the other question I have is what kind of continuity are we talking about? Like, is this supposed to be like after the manga stuff? Is it before the manga? Well, it can't be before the manga stuff. It has to be after.
I almost feel like, because the manga is Toyotaro, right? I know Akira Toriyama has like loosely has something to do with it.
Yeah,
like,
he be giving them notes written down on a
here's
napkin.
Point A, here's point B. You guys figure out the middle, like that sort of thing. That's what I feel like the manga is. I almost feel like because Dragon Ball Superhero, is there a manga for that? Dragon Ball Superhero?
It's in the manga right now.
Yeah, it's
it is now.
They're literally
finishing it up
right now.
Yeah, they're finishing it up.
Okay, that's what I was gonna ask. It almost feels like the anime is gonna have like its own. I mean, it kind of already does have its own timeline from the manga. The manga deviates a little bit in terms of it's not like a 1-to-1 carbon copy of like the Zamasu arc and all of that stuff. It's a little different. So I'm wondering, I guess, like, is this, like Dino said, is this like a different continuation? Does this take place right after Superhero?
I wonder if that's like a trend going on in media right now, because you think about like Mortal Kombat 1 just came out, and that game, it's Mortal Kombat 1, it's a reset of the universe, you know what I'm saying? So it wouldn't surprise me if that's just like a, I feel like there's always these trends that go around in like gaming and movies and stuff, where it's like, oh, we're all trying to do like a multiverse thing, we're all trying to do like remasters, we're all trying to do a universe reset now, you know what I'm saying? So
they do everything but make Oob a fucking staple character, bro.
Where is Oob, by the way, bro? Like we know he's out there. They even acknowledge the fact that he exists, and they still won't
into Super, and then just never showed him. Yeah,
right. But I don't know. All I do know is that the trailer looks incredible, and I'm actually very much looking forward to it. I think the action sequences that we did see looked really, really cool. And I got the trailer over here on my other monitor, and I'm just like playing it on loop and stuff. And I don't know who this new villain is that has a little staff, whatever. He's very small, and it looks like he has a Kai next to him. I don't know what type of Kai or from like what universe or what. But
I was gonna say, if the leaks are accurate,
do we want to really get into what we saw in the leaks that much?
True. I mean,
not until I know what's for sure, because you know how many dipshits there are with the whole we know everything that's happening and it doesn't happen.
Well, I'm saying the leaks are wrong a lot, so I mean, you can just take what I say with a grain of salt.
I meant more so from like a legal standpoint is more so what I meant.
You know what my favorite part about today is when they revealed the new Tenkaichi trailer.
Say again, Ryan?
Yeah, my favorite part about today's leaks, or not leaks, but the whole event was the Tenkaichi 4 trailer that dropped, according to leakers. That was supposed to happen too.
I said what trailer? Because I see Tenkaichi 4 trailer.
Yeah, until stuff like comes out or is official, I don't care. And like every leaker that's talked about anything the past 5 years has been wrong. Like I don't care if you're wrong.
When Xenoverse 3 was supposed to come out 3 years ago,
bro, like these motherfuckers have been wrong 97 times. If you're right one time out of 100 times, I don't care. You're like everything you say
is the most annoying part.
Right. You just throw stuff at the wall and see what sticks. Like, see, I told you guys.
You're wrong, bro. I don't care. You're still wrong. They changed them. I don't care.
And you a hoe. And you ain't got no hoes.
Wait, why does this? Hold up. This low key looks like a Saiyan space pod flying towards the Earth in one of these like scenes of this trailer. Now that I'm looking at it. No, that's not
Baby
what it is.
Broly. Baby Broly. Infant Broly.
Hold up. Where is Broly in this trailer? They didn't show him at all. But like you said, like depending on like the continuity of the timeline, like he's got to be around somewhere, right?
Surely.
Kid Broly, Kid Goku, and we do have to address the whole fucking. Shadow had a funny tweet. We finally saw Goten and Trunks age up, and then
just for them to regress.
The next form of media that comes out, they get regress.
That low key pisses me off because I'm actually one of those people who like I've always wanted to see Goten and Trunks grow up, right? Like I've been wanting to see them. Yeah. Like I'm one of those people who's like just age them already, and they finally did it, and they immediately flipped it back. I'm kind of pissed. Also, worth noting. You go first.
My brain just stopped working.
My fault. I was just saying it's worth noting that I'm double checking here. There's no Beerus or Whis anywhere in this trailer.
What I was gonna say is it's Toriyama is also heavily involved. I don't know if they say he's heavily involved just to like please like the fans of the series, because every time you don't hear Toriyama's name attached to something, we automatically like go, oh, not canon, we don't care anymore. So I don't know if they're just saying that he's heavily involved because of that, or he's actually heavily involved. But if he's involved in any shape or form, I feel like it's gonna be enjoyable and fun, because like he's never really missed like that. I mean, I can't think of an example where he like hard missed.
Right. I mean, like we could talk all day about like the inconsistencies or like plot holes and stuff like that in his writing, but in terms of like creating a very enjoyable, entertaining product, I wouldn't say he's missed. And then even like with GT, it's like people got to remember, like he didn't write GT, bro. They did that on their own. He designed some stuff, but he didn't create that. There's no Dragon Ball GT manga. Also, look at this trailer, and there's one person in this trailer who actually looks really old, and we don't know who it is, but it very much looks to me like a Namekian of some sort. But I don't know if that's Piccolo or someone else or what. But it's a green guy, and it's a close up of his eye, like looking into the camera. I'm just very curious as to what's going on, because now I'm looking at it, I don't see Piccolo, anywhere else in this trailer. I don't think so. Is he the one person who doesn't turn into a baby? And in fact, since they're like maybe they regress in age, did he like age backward into like Demon King Piccolo? Like you know what I'm saying? I don't know, because it's Dragon Ball, so they might do something like, oh, instead of turning into a baby, like I turned back into Demon King Piccolo. Not to say that he might be.
Does Pan just cease to exist?
That's a great question. Again, like I guess it depends on like when exactly this takes place.
See, that's why I don't want to like judge anything yet until I see it, because like we can ask all these questions and get upset and angry about things, but until I see like what they're doing, what the story is, what the plot is.
Wait. I'm bugging. I didn't even realize Bobity's in this fucking trailer.
I think that's
I think they're looking at a monitor or something though.
Yeah. It's like, remember when this happened? At least that's what I'm getting from it.
Yeah,
hold on.
Because
I feel like I gotta watch it again.
There we go. Yeah, because it's like, okay, so is this like a different?
Link me.
It might be like a different Supreme Kai of time, along with whoever this like this little villain guy is, and they're just looking at like all the memories and like things that have happened in the past and stuff, man. Yeah.
I mean, Supreme Kai of time. Well, remember the Supreme Kai had a lot to do with Bobity. Like that whole arc, they're kind of tied together in a way. So.
Right. I'm just saying that like
this little evil Supreme Kai probably also Bobity, took control of Deborah, who's like the king of the demons. So.
And I know Supreme Kai is linked to Beerus. Does that mean Beerus became a child too then?
That's what I'm saying.
Their life is linked.
Yeah, and look, they don't show them in the trailer, so I'm also very curious to see that. And
I'm gonna say it, but I'm personally just a little tired of. It's gonna come off as slander. It's not. It's just my personal preference, man. But the archetype of villain of this the little guy who's fucking just 2 feet tall, fucking round.
I know what you're saying.
Perfect circle body. Like this archetype of villain, I've seen this player build for villains for so fucking long.
And Dragon Ball itself is doing that a lot. It feels like
lately, it feels like even more. Like fucking Sorbet, I feel like was built like that. A lot of them are built like that.
Yeah.
I need some more fucking crazy looking.
Yeah, I mean, I said a different Supreme Kai time because like when I think of Supreme Kai time, I think of like Cronoa, like we have in Xenoverse and Dragon Ball Heroes. But this could be like the actual like, I guess maybe this is canon, the canonical Supreme Kai time for our like main timeline or storyline.
Get Hercule look like he might be a brother for real. He might be able to say the word. I'm not gonna lie.
Yo, low key. I mean, he got the fro, he got the melanin, bro. Like you know what I'm saying.
So
and also.
There's
like there's a scene here now. I think this shows it multiple times. There's like a thing that kind of looks like a clock type of time thing that like a ring of light that shows. It's like at 142 that shows up, and it's like that looks like something I would have seen in Xenoverse from like Supreme Kai time or like Few or like Mira and Toa or something. You know what I'm saying? So there's definitely like some sort of like time shift thing going on here to some degree. I mean, that much is apparent.
I wonder what, because it's not like a set time. Obviously, because Supreme Kai is probably like what, 1 million years old or some shit, and if he's turned into a kid, he obviously went way further back than like Goku going 50 years back or whatever it is, and then Goten and Trunks going like 12 years back, whatever it is. Right. So
also I like the idea of like, oh, Supreme Kai and Beerus are linked, so like if Supreme Kai reverts and like Beerus reverts, but I also feel like they'd be like, oh yeah, but you see, I'm a god of destruction and I'm not affected by this. I mean, it doesn't really. And so Beerus and Whis are just like, we're fine. Y'all go handle it over there though. We'll be over here watching because we don't really care about what y'all got going on right now.
Nah, I bet you if anything happened, Whis is gonna be an adult still, and Beerus is gonna be like a kid because Whis is like the watcher for Beerus anyways.
Kid Beerus sounds hilarious though.
I know. I need that. That'd be funny.
I would love to see it. That sounds like it would be hilarious.
And the motherfucker
like they're gonna keep
Beerus too.
They're gonna keep Beerus out of this because I feel like they've noticed that the tension is kind of dead when Beerus and Whis are literally just on the sidelines and just fix everything
because they can fix anything at the drop of a hat, like if they really wanted to.
They're probably gonna have some play where it's like Beerus is asleep again, and then Whis is, I don't know, fucking shining Zeno's shoes or some shit.
Just having a feast or just watching idly.
Yeah, he's busy doing something else. I don't know, but I'm excited. I'm excited to see what they do. I'm excited for further announcements. Apparently, we're going to get some more on this at the Dragon Ball game battle hour thing. So whenever that is, we'll hear some more.
January this year or next year.
And then Dragon Ball Daima itself is supposed to come out in fall of 2024 for those who are curious.
Also, I see that there's like a little callback to the Goku versus Vegeta like beam clash. They do the Galagun and the Kamehameha here towards the end of this trailer, and it looks so fire, bro. Oh, I'm excited, man. If for nothing else, just because this is a visual spectacle.
I wouldn't mind if they rehauled all of Dragon Ball Z, but in this animation.
One important thing, they also mentioned there's gonna be games, so that's gonna be interesting.
DLC, bro. We're about to get the kid that instead of GT Goku, Daima Goku, and fucking
Daima
Kid
Vegeta
in Fighters.
I as much as I would love that, like genuinely, I think they're over and done with DBFZ. I ain't gonna lie. Xenoverse still alive and kicking. I see y'all got plenty of content.
yeah.
And in fact, I pulled these guys away from their Xenoverse recording to come talk about
guys,
this.
Expect some Xenoverse content soon on the Lotus channel.
But like me and Dion were also making fun of that new mode, and that mode kind of gas.
Well, you know, it's funny.
Making fun of it. I was like, it sounds weird. It sounds like it's too much, but it's pretty fun.
We could talk more about this after I end the video, but real quick, I actually tried out that My Hero Ultra Rumble game, and I was talking mad shit about that game, but I've actually been kind of having some fun with it. We should.
Oh yeah, no, I played that shit with Dotto. I was gonna play one match with him, and then 3 hours later, it was like midnight, and I was like, damn, bro, one more though.
So I'm gonna holler at y'all about that off cam. But with that, I think that's serviceable enough for this video. I'm actually very excited. I'm looking forward to it quite a bit. Obviously, it's a ways away. I don't know content-wise if I'll be doing anything for it, because obviously it's an anime, and you know you struggle out with copyright and legal stuff when it gets into that. But I will absolutely be watching it, and whatever comes with that in terms of like, you know, manga, especially if there's games, whatever the case may be, you can expect me to be covering it, talking about it here on the channel. But thank you to Rhyme and SeeReax. I'm pointing to my left and right like y'all are here in person, for joining me on today's video. Like I said, I took them away from their very busy schedules and from their already in motion recording sessions that they come on my channel and talk to me. Y'all were so quiet. I looked over to the Discord to see if like they left, and like I was, because that's something y'all would do. I was like, am I talking to myself? Because I have streamer mode on, so I wouldn't have heard it. I was like, did they leave the call without me realizing?
I was waiting because I was gonna interrupt your outro, but I was like, he didn't do the outro.
I expected y'all to say something after I said it, because I thanked you, so I expected you to say like something.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Hit this video with a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you haven't already, so you can stay tuned for all this content. But I'm bringing you. With all it being said, today, remember.
Oh shit.
That can happen. Please swing the bat.
Swing the bat.
Later.
Later.